Man, that debate may never happen then because Tyler ain't scoring 30. Tyler, only way Tyler's scoring 30 if Jimmy and Terry ain't playing. Because that Tyler shit.
Minute 25 left him again. Need this one. Oh, kaboom for Tyler Herro. Down by 6 with the ball. Under a minute left. It's Herro. Kaboom! Tyler Herro's on fire. Driving down the middle and sends it out. Herro again! Yes! 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 Tyler Herro with 10 triples. He's tied the game at 111.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And I know that one of the stigmas about me on the internet here is that for some reason y'all think that I'm a Tyler Herro hater. So what did I have to do to prove to y'all that I am not a hater of the great Tyler Herro? Well, I had to bring on someone who is the biggest Tyler Herro hater on the internet. Well, one of the biggest, because a man named Royal A. Shepherd still lives and breathes on this earth. But I had to bring on my boy Trent from @Miami Heat Network. My boy Trent, how you doing, dog?
Great. I appreciate Donardo for inviting me on because I know he doesn't really do much collabs like that on his channel, it don't seem like. So I appreciate you for having me on. And I don't even want to do no self-promotion. Y'all probably know who I am. Like I said, I get a lot of Tyler Herro hate, Heat hate. I'm a fake fan. I just speak the realest, and y'all don't like hearing the truth. Y'all want to hear the Miami Heat are going to win a championship. Jimmy's the best. Tyler's the best. Nah, that's not how it is over here, because when we look at our teams the last couple of years, we've been struggling. But, hey, can't wait for this episode. And, yeah, let's get it rolling.
All right, so we just did sort of a part 1 on his channel where we debated whether Tyler Herro should come off the bench or whether he should continue starting. There's some great points on both sides, so make sure y'all go check out his channel after this and watch his video. That will be linked down below, of course. But on this channel, we're going to do another Tyler Herro debate, which is, should the Miami Heat trade Tyler Herro while his trade value is at an all-time high? Or should they continue to build around him and see what this core has left in them? So I want to start with you, Trent. Share your thoughts on the subject. What do you think should happen? And I want you to know, make note before you start. I got Tyler Herro sitting right here, staring right at you. So don't say nothing stupid. Anytime you're about to say something stupid, just take a look at him and think before you speak, just like I told you in part 1. But go ahead.
For sure. Listen, so, Tyler Herro's having a good stretch of games. Keyword, good stretch. He's playing incredible. Right now, if we didn't have Tyler Herro, personally, in my opinion, I don't even know if this team has 2 wins. Straight up. Like, he is taking over. We're seeing a different type of Tyler Herro. And I kind of expected this because Media Day told me everything. When he came in pretty much saying, like, listen, I don't care about no row. I don't care about how many points I scored. Because we all know Tyler Herro is the type of player previous years. He's like, I'm not going to the bench. He thinks the bench is a bad thing, but there have been plenty of players and there are Hall of Fame players who came off the bench and played really good. He's like, I need to be an all-star. His mindset has completely changed. And I honestly think the Boston Celtics humbled him. That series, he played horrible. He played awful. Besides one game, and that's the game we won. And so I think he looked back and realized, listen, I can't continue to keep playing like this. I need to stay more healthy. Pat Riley called him out, pretty much calling him fragile. So he took all that in. He probably heard from me too on Twitter. He's from every single Miami Heat fan. And so far he's coming out and trying to prove us all wrong. And that's fine. I love that. But this is the type of time where you trade him, because you guys remember previous years where we're trying to get Dame Lillard. We're trying to get all these other star players, but everybody's like, I don't want no Tyler Herro. Why do I want Tyler Herro? And there was a point in time, like I said, against that Celtics series, his value was probably tanking. You probably couldn't even get Colin Sexton out of it. And Tyler Herro is a better player than Colin Sexton. That's where it was at this point. But I promise you now, all those GMs want Tyler Herro. I promise you. They're looking at Tyler Herro as a cornerstone piece. But for the Miami Heat, the position that they're in right now, we're not really in contention. We're really not. Jimmy's aging. Jimmy's dealing with a lot more injuries. Bam Adebayo, I'm not saying he's regressing, but he's not looking the same. And it all really depends how the Heat finish this year. But even how we finish, the Heat are not competing against the Cavaliers, the young Orlando Magic team that I've been saying for years, the last couple of years, the Boston Celtics. We can't compete with these teams. So I feel like we need to do a small rebuild. And the small rebuild is with Tyler Herro. You know why? Because we traded a first-round pick for Terry Rozier. We don't really have much draft capital. Tyler Herro will get us our draft picks that we all need. And what I will want to say is, right, when you look at the free agencies in the next couple of years, and I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but we got to look, right? Giannis is going to be a free agent coming up a couple years. Luka, De'Aaron Fox, all these players. That doesn't mean they're coming to Miami, but Miami Heat is a big market, Donardo, a big market. And so if we have these capital, because a lot of people sign contract extensions and they be like, okay, now you could trade me. Look at Donovan Mitchell. He's not getting traded, but he signed that contract. So if you did want to trade for him, whatever, right? So they're going to want capital. They want Cooper Flags. They want the next generations of 2027, 2028, 2029. They don't care what you got. They don't care. Yes, we want Tyler Herro, but we want the draft capital. And Tyler Herro would easily give us 3 to 4 first-round picks the way he's playing right now. So I still got more points, but I will stop right there. But remember, a lot of teams care about capital, and the Heat don't have that. And Tyler will give that, and Jimmy won't.
Maybe I am a Tyler Herro hater because I don't know if he would get 3 or 4 first-round picks like you just said. But I do appreciate that. And I want to let all y'all in the comments down below that saying he don't know ball. Trent is bringing up some good points. I understand what you're saying because I sort of agreed with you to an extent last season, right? I looked at Tyler Herro as a guy who didn't fit with your other 2 star players because I love when Jimmy and Bam are taking the most shots. They're guys that get efficient shots. They get to the basket. They get to the rim, inside the paint. They're your big money guys. And I felt like when Tyler Herro was playing with them, he took the ball out of their hands a lot and settled for a lot of inefficient bad shots, aka long 2-pointers, which he fell in love with last season. I felt like he stagnated the offense, and those 3 as a pair didn't really work well together. So although I always liked Tyler Herro, I was a big proponent of trading him for pieces that fit better. So, and to your logic also, it sounds crazy for me to do a complete switch up 13 games into the season where they are 1 game under 500. Why would my mindset change all of a sudden if they're still a relatively mediocre team, right? Sitting here under 500 in a small sample size. Well, it's because even though the sample size has been relatively small compared to an 82-game season, what is not debatable is Tyler Herro is a vastly better player and different player than he was last season. He heard all the things that Pat Riley was saying about him in the offseason, about him being fragile and him needing to work on his game, and he took that to heart, busted his ass in the gym, and he really worked on everything that he needed to. We talked about this in your video as well. The things that Spoelstra really wanted to key in on in this offseason was getting to the rim and shooting threes, eliminating all those long mid-range 2s, because according to the analytics, that's a bad shot, I guess, right? But what Tyler Herro did is he basically was the biggest proponent of that. We see him either getting to the rim or shooting threes, and he's doing it at an insane clip. Seriously, next to Duncan Robinson's season that he had in like 2021, this has got to be the most efficient shooting season in Heat history. Herro's at like 46% from beyond the arc on nearly double-digit volume. That's just insane. Now, that stuff might be a little bit fluky. Of course, he's not going to shoot that percentage the rest of the season. But even if he does dip a little bit or a lot, it's still going to be a great percentage. And at the same time, watching these games, I don't feel like a lot of it is not sustainable because it's not like he's hitting fadeaway threes and crazy shots and all that stuff. He's doing an excellent job of not only playing off ball when he's in the lineup with Terry Rozier, but also being the guy who, when he has the ball, he's able to use his handle to find open looks. The transition 3 has been phenomenal for him. I do think that's always going to be there because that's a near impossible shot to guard. Because we saw in the last game versus Philly, it's clearly in the scouting report now, Tyler Herro likes to take transition 3s. So what does Tyler Herro do to the defense? He counters that. The defense comes out hard, Tyler blows right past him, and we're seeing him get to the rim. So he's just such an improved player in all these areas. I'm not saying that the Heat should necessarily build around him, but I do think with the big jump that he's taken, if you are able to get the Bam Adebayo that we saw last season and the Jimmy Butler that we saw just yesterday versus Philly, how's this not one of the best cores in the NBA?
And that's fair, right? But I can use your point in the sense of all that kind of helps to trade his value because the Heat are not going to win the championship. Jimmy Butler is going to be traded or he's going to be gone. And if we do give him an extension, that's probably the dumbest thing the Heat organization can do at this point, right? And, you know, Tyler Herro's having a career high in points, damn near by 5. His field goal percentage is up damn near by 5%. It's at 48.9, which is incredible. His 3-point percentage is up 6 to 7 with about 45 to 46. His rebounds is down, but his assists is up. And you brought that up in my prior video. His playmaking is getting better. So if your playmaking is getting better, you're solid on, I'm not gonna say solid, but you're getting better on defensive end, and your offensive game is getting better. That tells me you can give me 4 to 5 first-round picks, because when you look at it. Mikal Bridges got 5 first-round picks. Mikal Bridges, who would you rather have, Mikal Bridges or Tyler Herro?
On this season, Tyler Herro, for
exactly, sure. Right? And then people tend to forget, what did the Rudy Gobert haul look like? They got about 5 first-round picks. And
that dude's a bum. That dude is a bum.
So if Tyler Herro can't give me 4 to 5 first-round picks, but Mikal Bridges can and Rudy Gobert can, I'm pretty sure we can get a huge haul off that. And that's not me hating on Tyler, by the way. That's just me looking for the best solution for the Miami Heat. And we also not thinking about this, Bernardo. What if Tyler doesn't really want to be here? And I say that because, look, Tyler been in trade rumors for the last 3 to 4 seasons. And he's a young player who takes a lot of things personal. And so I personally think he's still trying to prove the front office wrong, in the sense of, I am that guy. And if you don't appreciate me, I'm going to show you what's up. And then maybe when this contract's done, I don't want to be here no more. He could be that type of guy. You never know, because the way he responds to the hate, the way he responds to these comments, you're not supposed to, like, as an NBA, unless you're Kevin Durant, there's no way you should be taking this personal. There's no way you should be taking what I said or Royal said or what Donardo said or Martell say personal. We're nobodies to you. So why are you taking it personal? You know what I mean? And then him being in trade rumors, imagine this. Let me put this in perspective for all the people that work 9 to 5s. Imagine your boss is like, yo, I'm hearing rumors that Trent's going to get fired, or he's getting moved on to another position that's demoting him. You want to keep hearing that from your other workers? That's not a good feeling. You come into work and that's what you hear? That's not a good feeling. I'm telling you, I work a 9 to 5 myself. And if I hear that, I'm looking for a new job. Like, I'm in an uncomfortable position. So these players are humans at the end of the day. And that's just kind of something I just wanted to, like, throw out there, because a lot of people don't think like that. So with his value being so high at this point, we also got to think about Donardo. This dude's injury prone. Let me not say injury prone, but at a sense, he does miss a lot of time.
You can say he's injury prone. I'm not going to push back on that. You can say that.
So you can say he misses a lot of time, because I'm going to be honest with you. For a young player, the dude never cracked 75 games. Never in his career. Maybe this is the year, but never cracked 75 games. The most he had was 67. And so you got to really gamble on it right now, because before you know it, Tyler Herro can be out for a couple weeks. Before you know it, Tyler Herro can go in the postseason and struggle, because Tyler Herro typically struggles in the postseason, averaging about 14 points a game. So that's what owners look at. You could be great in the postseason. I mean, great in the regular season, but in the postseason where it matters, you're not showing up. And Tyler has been dealing with these naggy injuries in the postseason that kind of forces him to struggle, but that's still a thing that they look at. So you kind of got to go off what he's doing right now, and he's hot. I think you go off it. You get rid of Jimmy. You don't give him an extension. You get 4 to 5 first-round picks, and let's get ready for the future of the Miami Heat, because who doesn't want to come to the Miami Heat? We're a big market. We're always going to get somebody over here. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, whatever it is, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. We're going to find that guy once again. And, hey, if we get Giannis to come over here because the Bucks suck, and we get some nice draft picks and we can flip that for a good player too, hey, that's all I'm saying, man.
So, you know, the one thing I already know I want to address the injuries point, because people are going to respond to that saying, oh, they're fluke injuries. I hate that. I really do hate that, because people are going to say, oh, well, last year or 2 years ago, he broke his wrist diving, fluke injury. Last year, he jumped against Memphis and landed up wrong, snapped his ankle, fluke injury. To me, those aren't fluke injuries, because a lot of guys would have dove and not broke their wrist. A lot of guys might have twisted an ankle and not missed almost 2 months like Tyler Herro did. So just to kind of agree with Trent on that point. But I'm gonna rebuttal here, because I understand that Tyler Herro as a young player will get annoyed, and you did bring up a great analogy about constantly hearing these trade rumors over and over and over again, and a guy who doesn't have a ton of experience in the league from an age standpoint, from a tenure standpoint, I could see how that would get very annoying to him. But the truth of the matter is, they haven't traded him. So at some point, he's got to feel good and say, hey, KD wanted to be here. He's not. I am. Donovan Mitchell wanted to be here. He's not. I am. The list goes on and on and on, and even extends to more top 75 players of all time like Damian Lillard. At the end of the day, what the fact is that Tyler Herro is here. And you also brought up the point in your last couple segments about the free agents. They'll always want to be here, even though you mentioned D Wade and Bam, who was drafted. But anyways, yes, free agents will always want to come to Miami, or at least will always be on their list. We clearly don't have the assets to get them, and that has been a problem. But I also think how you win championships in this league is by having valued contracts. And at this point, because Tyler Herro signed his extension a couple years ago, before the cap spiked a ton, he has a value contract right now. Because I got Tyler Herro's numbers right here. This season, he's making $29 million. I'll just rattle off a lot of the guys ahead of him. You got Porzingis, Devin Vassell, DeJounte Murray, Jordan Poole, Jeremy Grant, Hartenstein, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Emmanuel Quickley. These are all players that are nowhere as good as Tyler Herro, for the most part. I know I said Drew Holiday, but most of those players are not as good as Tyler. And the list goes on and on. So when you look at the value of his contract, it's a great one. Because people said, oh, a guy like Tyrese Maxey's better than him, which I do think he is. Obviously, this season he's dealing with injuries. But Maxey signed an extension a year after Tyler. The number that he's getting paid is a lot more. So you got to take that into account when you look at Herro's contract, because although he does have an extra year of Terry Rozier, so keeping him instead of Terry, if they were to trade one of the two, you would have an extra year of that big money. But value-wise, relative to guys of his skill set, it's not a lot of money. And you said this team can't win a championship. I say this core has been to 2 NBA finals. So if you got the same core and one of those guys took a massive jump like we're seeing right now, I say, why can't they win a championship?
Oh, and let me clarify this real quick, because I know they're gonna try to cover in the comment sections. But free agents, I kind of like put them together, and I wasn't really trying to say that. I was just kind of trying to say like a lot of star players will come here, even if it's in the sense of being drafted, or LeBron James in the sense was not he got signed and stuff like that. So just kind of throwing the big names out there. But good point. But the reason why we can't win the championship, Donardo, I'm gonna just say 2 words: Boston Celtics. And matter of fact, the Boston Celtics just beat the first undefeated team in the NBA. They just sent the Cavaliers home. Cavaliers are no longer undefeated. The Boston Celtics have defeated them. Porzingis hasn't even touched the court, and the Boston Celtics are still one of the best teams. And I know we all hate the Boston Celtics. I know we do. But look, who made who? Let me ask you this question, guys. The Boston Celtics made Tyler Herro look like a rookie out there. And you're going to be like, well, it's because Jimmy and Bam wasn't out there. Let's be honest. The Boston Celtics would have made him look like a rookie even if Jimmy and Bam was out there. When you have Derek White, when you have Drew Holiday, when you have Jaylen Brown, and you have all these players that can switch on Tyler Herro, who his game is very limited in the sense of how he gets open and how he attacks. He hardly drives to the rim last year, right? I just don't see anything being different with Jimmy and Bam being there. Personally, in my opinion, Tyler never been a great postseason player. Averaging 14 points ain't gonna get the job done. Simple as that. So I think we just get Tyler out of here, get the trade value, and let's get the future rolling.
So that was way too much Boston Celtics talks. But to close it out, though, you must have forgot Tyler Herro scored 37 points in the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Boston Celtics. And yes, they did slow him down last season. But the difference this season is Tyler Herro has a buzz cut. And don't tell me he's not a different player, because you know he is too. Trent, just go ahead and shout out your channel. Where can people find you, man?
Man, Miami Heat Network, man. Yeah, go check me out. And I will say also, too, if you guys want to, I cover everything, man. So if you want to go check out my Top Notch page, you can do that, too. Be Top Notch Hot Takes, man. I'll be talking about Diddy. Got to report all the news, man. So if you want to go see that, basketball, football, whatever it is, go check it out. And Miami Heat Network.
Yes, sir. Hey, my boy's working hard. I'll have both his channels linked down below. And don't forget, I will also have the video on his channel where we did part 1 to this Tyler Herro debate. So make sure y'all check that out as well. Make sure y'all like and comment, do all the good stuff that helps the algorithm out a ton. Follow my boy Trent, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Look, pull up in the city trying to get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.